Life is a naive path, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. What is death? This is the topic. And the answer is, there is no death. But we talk about the death. He died. She died. So what is exactly the meaning of death? Because we do observe people dying or the bodies dying. This discrimination should be clear. Is it that I die or the body dies? If I die, this is the philosophy of Charvak. Charvak say that as long as the body is, till then I am, and if the body dies, nothing remains. Therefore, Rudam Krutva Ghrutam Pibet. Borrow money from everywhere, enjoy life. At the most, what will happen? One day you will die. The picture is over. Why worry? This principle of death and rebirth is the only way which can justify why should we be good in this world. It's very important. If this principle is not there, that with the death of the body everything ends, then there is no reason, there is no justification why we should be good and why we should not do bad to others. As I told you many times, you are all my gurus. I learn from you and your children. Once I was seeing this Discovery Channel in somebody's house. There was a child also. And what was going on the screen was a tiger was chasing a deer and finally grabbed it and held the throat and was killing. So this child, how would you close it? I can't see, it's so bad. The tiger is mad, killing that. I think he will go to hell. The child says. So I said, no, he will not go to hell. Why? Because he is not doing it as somebody who wants to kill. Like, when we take food, So while taking food, there is a notion that I am eating, but I am eating good food or bad food. So I am eating does not create sin or merit. If you are hungry and if you want to eat food, that is not a sin or merit. Shariram kevalam karma kurvan napnoti kilvisham. Bhagavad Gita says, when you are feeling sleepy, you sleep, it is not a sin. When you are hungry, you want to eat something, it is not a sin. See? Therefore, that where I or the doership is not involved, it doesn't create sin or merit. Now the second part. The tiger is killing that particular animal. Is it killing because of enmity or to prove something to somebody? No, that is their food. So are we living like that? Are we animals? Therefore, these two things should be clear. For the survival of yourself, if the things are done, it is no sin. But when you are killing somebody, when you have got bad intentions, when you are cheating somebody, then their I is involved. Then to protect us from wrong deeds in our life, our scriptures tell. If you do wrong to somebody, you will go to hell. If you do something good, you will go to heaven. These are the two things which can control the masses. One is a sense of guilt and fear. These two things put together control the masses. See? A guilty person is always afraid, and a person who is fearful can never be happy. Therefore, we are told in the last life, this life, next life. Now, one next step. These are very subtle points we have to recognize. If we imagine after the body dies, everything is over, there is no justification for anything about goodness, culture, etc. And therefore, we are told that whatever bad is happening in your life, you know why? Because in the last life, you have done something bad, as a result, you get it. If you do something bad now, next life you will suffer. Now, what should be the understanding of this statement? Our existence is independent of the body. But instead of recognizing this, we take the birth and death as real. It is the body that dies, not me. If I had died then, why should I suffer from the last life's miseries? I should not. But we do. This is how an intelligent person is intellectually caught in his own wrong thinking. See? So, we ask this question, but why that person is suffering? He is so nice. He has not done bad to anybody. Why he is having this problem? So what answer can be given? So, you want an answer, cause and effect. So, what we see in life is effects. So, the cause is found out. In the last life, he has done something, and therefore, in this life, he is suffering. See, friends. And in this manner, the purpose of the birth, death, last life, next life, hell and heaven is only one, to bring to our cognition that we are someone other than the body. Once this is accepted, not theoretically, practically, then what will happen? Then your line of thinking will change. Your interaction with the world will change. Our present interaction is taking ourselves to be body and thereafter living in this world. See? So when I take myself to be body, then what happens? I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, so many of them. And thereafter, we start living as somebody. But is that somebody real? Is the husband real? Is the wife real? Is the in-laws real? No. But we are all suffering as somebody. So what this knowledge tells us? That the one who is miserable does not exist. See, friends, when you take this in the world, you can see everywhere. When somebody dies, the one who is still alive will be miserable. For how many days? For how many hours? Sometimes too much. I can't live without him. I can't live without her. Why she has gone? I am left behind now. She has always alive. How many days? 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years. After that, I don't think I can continue like this. I'll get married again. See, friends, this is the truth of life. Now, who is getting married? The wife or the woman? Recognize this subtle point. And therefore, what is death? Death, it was told, pramadam vai mrityum bravimi. I declare pramada is the death. Now, what was the pramada? We have explained you. Pramada is living under the influence of wrong notions. We are all leading notional life. Notional life means what? I consider myself to be someone other than the body, or I consider myself to be the body. So when I consider myself to be body, then this gross world becomes real. When I consider myself to be someone other than the body, then a soul concept is born, that I am a soul, last life, this life, next life. These two things are the notions. These are not the realities. So all our life is lived under the influence of these notions. Therefore, we are leading notional life. So, what is the death therefore? Death is this notion that I am body. This is the notion. And for this notion, there is no logic, there is no reason. You must have seen small kids, their address. Bunty, how are you? Bunty, come take food. Bunty, don't do like that. Slowly, slowly, that child starts addressing himself as third person singular. Mummy, Bunty wants food. So, why he says like that? Because he has come to know that this is called as Bunty, not I. But once he is grown up and slowly he understands, then I become the real and that is my name. I and my samsara begins. So the first notion is with reference to the body, I become somebody. Then the second notion is about the world. About the world, two notions. This is the world over, no problem. But this is my house, this is my wife, this is my car, this is my child, this is my country. The second notion begins. See? So, in God's creation, there is no misery. In our creation, there is nothing but misery. So, God has created, that day I gave you this example. God has created a woman. And we created a daughter out of her. We created a wife out of her. We created a mother out of her. And who is the problem? It is a daughter, it is a wife, and it is a mother who are suffering where they do not exist. See? Therefore, what is the second wrong notion? That this world is real means which world? Not God's creation. Our creation is real. This is the second notion. This notion we have to correct. Nobody can do it for us. See, my friends, notional existence is death. Then the third notion, which is creating death every moment, we have pushed the God far away from us. And therefore, we want to reach the God. And this particular way, Bhagavan Sri Krishna brings it in Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter. So he starts giving us the GPS location of God. Yad adityagatam tejaha, yad chandramasi, yad cha agnau, tat tejo vidyamamakam. You want to see me? See the God? See the brightness and light of the sun is me. Then the moon and the cool light of the moon is me. So what is happening? We are migrating from a distance, sun to the moon. Then Agnau, in the fire, the heat is me. We have come in our lighter. God has come in the lighter. Then in the Prithvi, earth I am. Then in the food I am. See, he is coming closer. Now God has come in our plate. Therefore, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagnu, Brahmanahutam. Then that food God has gone in our stomach. There also, who is digesting? Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva, the God alone is digesting. Then who is conducting this life's business? The same I. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishtaha. I am the very center of everything and being. And what do you do there? Mattaha svrati jnanam apohanancha. I support the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. And ultimately, conclusion is, God that you are searching is Vedaisya sarvi ahameva vidya. See, the notion about God, far away, difficult, is brought closer and closer and ultimately declared that you are divine, discover this. But what happens? We have pushed the God far away. I want to go to Kailash. Why? Nobody goes to Kailash for Lord Shiva. They go for a picnic. Thrill. It is so lovely. It is so difficult, Wow. And Shivji is waiting. Nobody is looking at me. See, friends. So, wrong notion about ourselves, wrong notion about the world, wrong notion about God, wrong notion about spiritual practice. What is our spiritual practice? All the efforts to fulfill our desires. All the effort that our husband or wife or children should improve. That is all, nothing else. We have to clearly understand spiritual practice means first step, freedom from body identification. Second step, freedom from desire fulfillment as the goal of life. If you ask yourself, what we have done in our whole life? Balastavat krida sakta tarunastavat taruni raktaha. Other than fulfilling our desires, we have no other plan in our life. And then the next problem that we have is getting influenced by the complementary opposites. We consider that the joy and sorrows are real, the gain and loss is real, the friend and enemies, they are real, the health and disease, they are real. And therefore we are struggling. Dvandvair vimukta sukha sanjayi. But if we stand apart and recognize, joy I only know, miseries I only know, so who am I? I cannot be a joyful personality or a miserable individual. This is the spiritual practice. But instead of that, we get lost only in this world. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam, or we do the tapasya, agre vanni prushte bhano, or we wait for the old age. What is spirituality right now? It is only for the old people to keep them busy. See? Jatulo mundi lunchite kesha, do tapasya, vruddho yati grihitva dandam, wait for the old age to come. All these wrong notions about spiritual practice is death. What we have understood? 4 things. Wrong notion about ourselves is death. Wrong notion about the world is death. Wrong notion about God is death. Wrong notion about spiritual practice is death. And ultimately, wrong notion about that God realization is a result of action. Therefore, Bhagavan says clearly, Etad buddhva buddhiman syad krutakrutyascha bharata. Having known your divine nature, see, then only you attain krutakrutyata, fulfillment. So what is God realization? God realization is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Life is fulfilled. There are no loose ends left. Not knowing this and getting carried away by wrong notions is death. Friends, therefore, he who is leading this notional life, he is committing all the sins. I commit sin with reference to body. I commit sin with reference to the world. I commit sins with reference to bribing the God. In this manner, all the sins are described in our scriptures. And we keep on imagining that I am a very pious person, free from the sins. No. The real sin that we all are having is indicated now in this 13th verse. Yonyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate kim tena nakrutam papam chorenatma paharina. Yaha, he whosoever he may be, yaha anyatha santamatmanam. We are essentially divine. Anyatha. We are not body. But anyatha pratipadyate. But we have started taking ourselves to be body. Then the second generation, that the body is born, I am born. Body dies, I die. See? Then with reference to body only, all the relations come up. With reference to body only, all the possessions come up. With reference to body only, all the achievements and failures come up. And if the body dies, I die. When the body is born, I am born. In this manner, we start accepting everything related to the body as me and mine. Yaha anyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate. But essentially, what is the truth? The truth is, we cannot be the body under any condition. Just you have to coolly think about it. The body is not created by us. The body doesn't listen to us. See? And yet I am body. Now on what ground we can claim the body is me? Friends, this wrong notion is the highest sin. Therefore, yo anyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate kim tena na krutam papam. Has he not committed the sin? Who is this sinner? Chorena atma paharina. He is the thief of the highest order. Chorena. Why? Atma apaharina. He has stolen somebody's things. Like in every place we come across, the encroachment. On the footpath, these people will come and stay there for a night or two. Then second day, then third day, then slowly they will make some kind of enclosure, and this is mine. Exactly the same way, we take this body earlier as third person singular, then slowly, this is body is mine, and then slowly, I am the body. And thereafter, we start living as the body, for the body, on everybody. And therefore, just observe this, recognize this. All the autobiographies are written only with reference to body identification. And then, I want to be immortal. So, how do I become immortal? I will be giving some donation under one condition. What? This school or college or this temple should be named after me, and my statue should be there. The statue is form, name is name, nama rupatmak jagat. Because I am body. All the statues which you see in the whole world, I always get a fun of it. There was a mother pigeon, and that mother pigeon was with the baby pigeon. So baby pigeon said, Mummy, I want to go for potty. Where should I go? Go to Mahatma Gandhi. Mummy, somebody is already sitting there. Okay, go to Shivaji Maharaj. There are two of them sitting there. See? All the statues are Sulabha Sauchalaya for the birds. But that I am. See? Similarly, the name. See? My name should be there. You will see, nobody knows. The person who has written the name, he doesn't know who is this fellow. The stone on which the name is written, he doesn't know whose name is that. The person who reads that, he also doesn't know whose name is that. Over. But we have the wrong notion. If my name and form remains, I become immortal. See, friends, this is the highest sin. To recognize ourselves to be the body is the highest sin. The second sin is to recognize oneself to be the soul is the second sin. See, friends, kim tena na krutam papam chorena atma paharina. You can imagine when in the scripture the word thief comes, it is very bad abuse. We are all thieves. हम सब चोर हैं. We are all thieves. Somebody else's property we have occupied, and we start thinking, this is me, this is me. And therefore, now we have to get out of it. So, ashrantaha syad anadata sammato nirupadravaha shishto na shishtavassas syad brahmano brahmavid kavihi. Now, who is the wise man? The wise man is not ashrantaha syad anadanta sammato nirupadravaha. Now I can read. Ashrantaha. The wise man is not presenting himself to be someone great. See? Ashrantaha. And said, anadata. He doesn't try to prove I am superior and better than others. I have given so much of charity. I have done so much. See? Samato nirupadravaha. And he is not a source of problem to anybody in this world. Nirupadravaha. Then Shishtahana Shishtavasasyat. Although he is extremely cultured and he knows everything, yet he doesn't pretend to be holier than thou. See? Therefore, this principle I told you, very simple principle. Remember, spiritual life is not becoming extraordinary, remain ordinary. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. It is so important. It is okay in samsara. If the president is going, then there has to be protocol, agreed, because it is samsara. If the prime minister is going, there has to be security, etc. But if we are walking spiritual path, all that paraphernalia, establishing ourselves to be some extraordinary is not right. Most important. Otherwise, everywhere you go, wherever there is a secretary, president, associated with a Mahatma, gone. He is in the pocket of those people. I'll tell you how, although we walk the spiritual path, but there also we demand a special status, and the whole spirituality is destroyed. We went to some place in Haridwar, and there was some Mahatma's place. So my friend said, let's go. I said, okay, let's go. When we entered that ashram, there was a secretary. Why you have come here? We have come to take darshan of Mahatma. No, he is on in Mauna. He doesn't talk to anybody. I said, okay, don't shout at us. We'll go. No problem. Go. Again he calls. Come here. Why should I come? Mahatmaji called. How can he call? He is in Maunam. Don't argue. Okay. And then I told my friend, come on, let's go. He cannot go. Only you can go. What is the need to talk rude? I am a secretary to the Mahatma. So both of them, the Mahatma is also and the secretary also, far away from the truth. Because both of them have become extraordinary. See, friends, it is so important. Spiritual life is not becoming extraordinary. So, ashrantaha syad anadata sammataha nirupadravaha. See, let the things happen. Don't struggle to prove anything to anybody in this world. Shishtaha api na shishtavasa syad. Although he is very well cultured, etc., but he doesn't try to impose his way on others. And he is Brahmanaha Brahmavit Kavihi. He alone is a real cultured person who does not pretend to be someone extraordinary than others. Be ordinary. You know why we get tired in our life? Because of the burden of the extra that we carry. We carry the extra burden. I am someone great. I am someone. Be simple. You all must have traveled so many places. One thing I have observed. Many places, most of the airports, they must have constructed keeping in view this much passengers. But now any airport you go in the world, like the mosquitoes and the rats and cats, every airport is packed. Whatever number of chairs and things are kept, to rest is not available. And among them you will see The white people, they sit down anywhere. They will be sitting on the floor with the wall at behind and start looking at their phone or whatever. But if there is an Indian, he will not know. Why? I have paid. Why should I sit on the floor? See, observe this. How we consider ourselves to be extraordinary, remain ordinary. When we remain ordinary, we do not seek attention from anything or anybody. And when we seek attention, we have become extraordinary. Therefore, so yatha vantamashnanti bala nityam abhutaye evam te vantamashnanti swaviryasya upabhojanat. This is very peculiar explanation given here. Like a child. The child doesn't know that he has vomited. So, although the child vomits, he again starts eating the same thing. He doesn't know it is a vomit. In the same manner, the wise man also is enjoying the glory of the wisdom. His own glory. See, his own glory, recognized by the world, is like a vomit. And he doesn't throw it away. Okay, you call me great, you call me fool, you call me fool. Do not object for anything. See, friends, about this I will tell you one example. I was in Kaivalya Dham, as I told you sometime, and there was one lady who came for some treatment. And when I was going, she saw me and she was so surprised. Swamiji, how come you are here? I said, by mistake, I'm sorry. He said, no, I have been following you on YouTube and you are here. I am so happy. Should I do namaskar and touch your feet? I said, don't pull my feet, only touch. Do you know why I ask you? I said, I don't know, and I don't want to know. You know, she was referring to some yoga institution in Bihar School of Yoga, something like that. He said there, morning time, the Swamis were coming on, one Swamiji came, and when I came, and I wanted to go, and I went and touched his feet. He became so angry and he shouted me and he made me so miserable before everybody. I felt I have committed the highest sin in my life. He cursed me. He abused me with bad words. From that time onward, I am extremely afraid of touching anybody's feet. I am extraordinary. If you touch my feet, then all my merit, spirituality will be transferred through cable. If you stand on the stone where my name is written, then all my merit will be transferred to you through Bluetooth. This is not spiritual life. Therefore, he, like a child vomits and tastes his own vomit, in the same manner, the wise person also knows his glory and enjoys it. See, okay, you call me great, I am great. No objection for anything. Call a dog mad and hang it. How does it matter? And thus, he is the cause of his own fall and he is the cause of his own rise if he interacts properly or improperly. Now, the ignorant people, they are carried away by the glory of them sung by the people. They get carried away. And that becomes the cause of their fall. And the wise people, they do not get carried away, and therefore they protect themselves from themselves. This is the difference between the wise and the otherwise man. Therefore, one should be always extremely aware. If we are walking our spiritual path, we must not get influenced by whatever others are talking or telling about us. Somebody tells, you are divine. I was thinking like that, but very few people recognize that. No. We do not become great because somebody tells you are great. We do not become bad because somebody tells we are bad. We know what we are. See, friends, many times when talking, it is such a struggle to talk. And this struggle is explained in Kathopanishad. आश्चर्यो वक्ता कुशलोस्य लब्धा आश्चर्यो ज्ञाता कुशलानुशिष्टा. It is the wonder of all wonders. What is the wonder? The teacher tells the truth cannot be spoken, and he keeps on talking. And the disciple is told the truth cannot be known, and he tries to know. Acha, this is what Brahman. Is it not wonder of all wonders? Therefore, one has to be extremely simple and specific. Just be. In being, there are no efforts. Anadhya manushe vitte adhya vedeshu ye janaha te durdharsha dushprakampya vidya tan brahmanastanum. Now the next thought is Anadhya manushe vitte. Manushe vitte, what is the worldly prosperity? The property, the success, the bank balance, recognition in the society, respect in the society. This is the worldly wealth. Anadhya manushe vitte. Adhya means dhanavad, anadhya means not dhanavad. So they are not prosperous in the worldly language. Adhya vedeshu ye dvijaha. But as regard the spiritual wealth is concerned, ye vedeshu the adhya, ye dvijaha. So those who have studied the scriptures, those who are well versed with the scriptures, those who have gone to the teacher and learned from the teacher, and thus they are well informed about what is the world, what is we or the jiva, what is God realization, what is the spiritual practice. All these things are very distinctly, clearly known and understood by them. Edvijaha te durdharsha dushprakampya vidyatan brahmanaha tanum. And therefore, they durdharshaha. They cannot be conquered by the worldly achievements or failures. About this, I will tell you one example. This happened in Ernakulam many years before. I was staying with one Gujarati family in Ernakulam. Gujaratis are everywhere. So in Ernakulam also, they were there. So they were my host. So in the morning when I get up, early morning, then I went to their kitchen, found out where is water, where are tea leaves, and where is gas, and everything, and I made my tea and took. So this lady came, Swamiji, you made yourself? I said, oh yes, have I done something wrong? I will not do it. No. We thought, we'll have to prepare tea and then bring it in a tray and all that. I said, why? See, you take sleep, you are nice sleeping. I don't get sleep, so I wake up. Then, while taking food also, I was taking with my hand. And she was looking at me. I said, what are you looking? He said, what kind of Swami you are? I said, manufacturer's defect. I am like that. Then she told, there was another Swami came. I will not tell you the name. I said, okay, don't tell, and I also don't want to know. He said, he was so strict and disciplined, oh God. We were thinking that we are in a jail. Do this, don't do this, don't do this. Read up about it. And he said, there should be so much of advertisement. So many people should come for the satsang. So with all our efforts and everything, first day we got about 50, 60 of them. Then next day, 5. He again became angry. Why only 5? They say, look here, first day is our responsibility. The rest of the day you have to try. How simple it is, my friends. Whenever you expect anything from anybody, why this happens? It happens only because if the speaker has a notion that is teaching others. Remember, satsanga is, we are talking to ourselves. If my talk does not influence me, if my talk does not change me, will it influence others and change them? And who am I to change others? They are God's creation. They are God's mistakes. Let Him correct. I am here only to May Sevaka Sacharachara Rupa Swami Bhagavanta. We are here only to serve. Hey friends. Therefore, Anadhya Manushe Vitte Adhya Vedeshu Ye Dvijaha. Material achievement wise, they may be 0. But as regard Vedeshu, Adhya, but those who have studied the scriptures, practice it in life, and they are living that knowledge 24/7, te durdharsha dushprakamya vidyatan brahmanaha tanum. They durdharsha, they cannot be conquered by anything in this world. Who conquers us in this world? Worldly objects. Second thing, the people, the places. Then various kinds of achievements, goals. See? They make us so much influence that our whole life is only after that. Want more and more and more. Therefore, these two things are put together, artha and the kam. They conquer us. Artha means wealth. How much we want, more and more and more. Kama is fulfillment of desires. These are the only two things that we have aimed to be successful in our life. But these wise people, they have attained freedom from these two. No more possessiveness of the things and no more indulgent in the worldly things. So, te durdhasha and dushprakampa, they are undisturbed by anything in this world. See, because they are so steady in their spiritual path. Friends, higher spirituality, I told you, we are at peace with ourselves under all conditions. Whether you are watching the world, watching the movie, going somewhere, watching the WhatsApp or the movies or news, nothing doesn't matter. But are you at peace with yourself or not? If you listen to some news that so many laborers were caught up in the collapse of that tunnel, and you start getting this, why this, and then you get the news, all of them have come out safe. Oh God, you are a samsari. You are not a seeker of truth. The best example I can think of is, be like the mirror. Mirror reflects everything, rejects nothing, reacts to nothing, and retains nothing as a memory of what is reflected in the mirror. Therefore, don't forget to forget. Unnecessary, keep on accumulating things. Do you remember that time, 298 years before, we were in that donkey life? Who asked you? Don't get into your past at all. Slowly, the more you forget the past, you are more in the present. The more you are not worried about the future, you are more in the present. And the more you are in the present, the more you are presence. And this presence can never be denied. If we want to learn what is the world, what is samsara, it is a 3 by 3 matrix. You know that Sudoku? One small girl taught me. I was in Pune. And after my afternoon nap, I said, hey, you didn't sleep? No, Swami, daytime I don't sleep. Then what you do? I was just doing this thing. So I saw that Sudoku. I said, what is this? You don't know? I said, I don't know. Come, I'll teach you. And she taught me how to do the Sudoku. In the Sudoku, there are four small squares, 1 to 9 you have to fix it into that. So this particular way. That is the Sudoku, fix it. If you can't do it, then you fail. Exactly. What is samsara? What is life? It is a matrix of 3 by 3. Time, space and object. These points Bhagavan Shankaracharya brings, but we hardly catch them in that spirit. Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam prangnirvikalpam punaha maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitri krutam. Everything is in me. Like the whole tree is in the seed. Meaning the tree is unmanifest in the seed. Then what is the manifestation of the seed? Desha kala kalana. The seed starts expanding. Desha, space. Kala, it takes time, step by step. Roots will come out, the upper portion will come out, and slowly the plant will start growing step by step. Kala, kalana, and then various modifications will come. These three things is samsara. So try this. Do not refer anything with reference to time, space and object. And now you start thinking or talking about anything. We cannot. We think about past. When I was there, it was so nice. But now I have come here. But here it is okay. But I don't know why I came here. Samsara begins. They are here. That time, this time. Therefore, here, what is the highest spiritual life? Te durdarsha dushprakampaha vidyatan brahmanastanum. They are no more influenced by time, space and object. Therefore, what is our Mahamantra? Wherever you are, space. Whenever you are, time. Whatever you are, a body, be 100%. Meaning, you have transcended time, space and object. And therefore, when we are in utter present, wherever we are 100%, We are one with the divine. You know the best part? This is not an achievement. This is our natural state. When the Ganges begin from the Gomukh and reaches the Ganga Sagar, is it an achievement? It is a natural state. See? When our eyes open, we see the colors and form. Is it an achievement? No, it is natural. And therefore, for the wise people, there is neither achievement nor failure. Because there is neither achievement nor failure, therefore, there is no arrogance of success, nor there is guilt of failure. See, friends, when we sleep, snoring away, is it an achievement or it is a failure? No, it is natural state. Can anybody ever say, do you know, last night I had a very good sleep, you know. I ultimately slept after many years. Achievement? No. If you are not able to sleep, then that is the problem. Therefore, many people, they sleep even in the satsang, highest achievement. Nothing more required. So, te durdharsha dushprakampa vidyatan brahmanaha tanum. They are the one where Paramatma is manifesting in full glory. Sarvan svistakruto devan vidyat ya iha kaschana na samano brahmanasya yasmin yat prayatate swayam. Sarvan svistakruto devan. Ye, those people, Sarvan Devan Svishtakrutaha, those who are propitiating various God, for what? Iha Kaschana, they are wanting to achieve something. See, if you go to Hanumanji and then do this thing, then you will pass in the examination. You know, in our Varanasi, there is one Hanumanji temple. And that Hanumanji was established by Tulsidas Maharaj. Therefore, this is called a Sankata Mochan Hanumanji. Huge crowd, particularly on Tuesday. You know, there are two brands of Hanumanji. North Indian Hanumanji is on Tuesday, South Indian Hanumanji is on Saturday. So on Tuesday, you will get a huge crowd there. And particularly when it is the examination period, there will be, Hanumanji has to keep ready. So many coconuts will come. Hanumanji, I should pass in the examination. So, ye, iha, in this world, devan svishtakrutaha. They are trying to propitiate various God for various attainment of powers in their life. See? Therefore, please remember, this is very important topic. As the material prosperity is an impediment to walk the spiritual path, in the same manner, various kinds of siddhis and powers is an impediment and an obstacle to walk the spiritual path. See? We consider this world as real. Take a simple example to understand this point. Now, suppose you have some kind of ornament, either something hanging in the ear or something, you know, all kinds of rings. Such people will be always keeping their hand like this. I play with this thing, I enjoy teasing the people. It's a great fun. So, in somebody's house I went, recent marriage happened in their house. And this lady with whom I was sitting, maybe the mother or the mother-in-law of the children. So she was sitting and Swamiji, where from you have come and how can you travel so much, talking to me and playing with her hand. She expected I will ask, hey, what a lovely ring it is. But I purposely did not say one word about it. And she was feeling so, at least once she should ask. And then, Swamiji, how do you like this ring? I said, I don't like rings. See, friends. And therefore, we do so many things to get something benefit from the spiritual practice. Friends, if you have this notion, I'm making it distinctly clear. If you are studying Vedanta and walking the real spiritual path, remember one thing, you will get nothing. Many people have got this notion. I have done so much of God, I could never understand the meaning of this statement. Bhagwan ka itna kiya. I have done so much of God. Who wanted it? When we give arti to Bhagwan, Bhagwan needs it or what? When we give Naivedya, leftover tissue paper, is it that God wants it? See, friends. But we have that notion. I have chanted Lord's name so many years, nothing has happened. To whom? To God. Or to the mantra. See, friends, remember this thing. Ultimate spiritual practice is freedom from desires. Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya vridishritaha. When we attain freedom from all kinds of desires, yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya vridishritaha atha martyaha amruto bhavati. He has attained immortality. And atra brahma samashnute, he has merged in the infinite reality. Bhagavan Krishna, same thing. How can our wisdom be steady? What is the meaning of meditation for the man of steady wisdom? Bhagavan says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Hey Arjun, when a person gives up all the desires which are contained in his mind, yada sarvan manogatan kaman prajahati. No more desire about anything. Then what is the life? Life is a time pass. How to time pass? Karmanye vadhikaraste. Live happily, cheerfully. That's all. It is so important. In the second chapter itself, Bhagavan says, Yada yatha sampludake udake sarvataha brahmanasya vijanataha. If you are in the Ganges, will you ask for a Bisleri water to drink water? In the same manner, the one who is abiding in the truth, he can never entertain any desires. Therefore, toss it this way, that way. If we entertain maximum desires, maximum samsari. Entertain minimum desires, a minimum samsari. Entertain only spiritual desires, a seeker of truth. And ultimately, even the spiritual desires are discarded, you are one with the truth. Therefore, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. This principle we learn every moment if we remain little alert. Before coming to this lecture hall, we start from home. Then there are thoughts, I hope there is no traffic jam. Yesterday it was too traffic jam, I think I should change the route. But again there is caw, 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 caw goes on. But once you come over here, all those thoughts disappear. In the same manner, when you abide in your own being, you cannot have a single thought eruption about anything in this world. Thought-free mind is consciousness. Ocean and wave-free is water. If you go and talk to water and say, hey water, I am enjoying the waves, but the ocean I am afraid of. What water will say? Hey, gentlemen, I am sorry, what you are talking about? What is waves? And what is ocean? From the water's point of view, there is no ocean the cause and waves the effect. In the same manner, from the absolute point of view, from the spaces point of view, north, east, west, south, these directions have no existence. From the vision point of view, colors and forms have no existence. Vision has no color, vision has no form. In the same manner, from this Advaita, non-dual reality point of view, there is neither Jiva Jagat Ishvara. And therefore, there is nothing to gain, there is nothing to lose. This is our essential nature. Friends, the more we are rooted in this knowledge, to that extent we will be effortless. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Just be relaxed. Tomorrow we will conclude this chapter. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.